And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Dodgers first team to 70 wins. They get the win in Coors Field. Give credit to KC Sadler. He notches his first win as a Dodger starting pitcher. And how about Tony Gonsolin, the Catman himself, a 4-inning save for Jansen. Looked a little tired at the end. Almost had 4 perfect innings, but welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Thanks for rocking with us once again. We're going to be breaking down all the trade talk, breaking down this game. But first, like we always get things kicked off, let me know where you guys watching the Dodgers Nation post-game show so I can give you guys a shout-out right here in the comments. So light these comments up with where you guys watching the show from. But my name is Doug McCain. You can find me on Twitter at DMAC_LA. Go over there. You'll find all info about the show. But let's dive right into these comments. Here we go. We got Schmo, O Blank, David Cano. Hello from Monterrey, Mexico. Go Dodgers. What up, David? Danny Alvarez. Awesome. Jax Mancurry. Hello, Jax. Vivian Ayala, Moriana, yeah, blue. Exactly. First team to 70. So the Los Angeles Dodgers, your boys in blue, first team to 20 wins, first team to 30 wins, first team to 40 wins, first team to 50 wins, first team to 60 wins. I'm seeing a pattern here. And yes, the Astros are playing much better. They got their 69th win, but they couldn't quite make it to 70 before the Los Angeles Dodgers. So give the Los Angeles Dodgers a lot of love. They haven't been playing their best baseball of late. 2 clunkers back-to-back. Really their worst loss of the season last year. They dropped yesterday's game. It was pretty ugly, but they get the win. The bats come alive. Give the Dodgers credit. Ton of home runs tonight. A lot of guys really coming alive at the right time. And Gonsolin was really the story. Urias didn't look his best. Really didn't find that breaking ball early on. But still, he battled out there, and he really kept them at bay. And the Dodger offense really showed up today. But here we go. We got Cesar Gomez trade for Puig. You guys saw the Iron Horse. He went off. And, of course, he got in another fight with Pitt. He does not like the Pittsburgh Pirates. He does not like Pirates at all because he went at him again. He was down to throw hands. Maybe Puig was mad at Pittsburgh for not already trading us Felipe Vasquez. Maybe he was mad at them for making us want to part ways with Gavin Lux, which we know we're not going to do. Maybe Puig is still a Dodger at heart, and he was mad at the Pirates. Who knows? But here we go. Tito Lopez. Tony really redeemed himself from last time. Wasn't expecting that. He really did. His start, when you saw him and you got your career kicked off in Arizona, wasn't his best start. But look, this is a guy, he can get you triple digits at times. This is a guy who's already 25, major league ready, and who knows, maybe if they're going to include him in some form of blockbuster trade, this really built his trade value at the very last minutes heading up to the trade deadline, and we're only hours away at this point until the trade deadline finishes up tomorrow. So who knows? Maybe Gonsolin's a guy who goes, because we know they're not going to part ways with May, who's a younger prospect with probably a higher ceiling at being only 21. But here we go. We got Gil Mendoza, go Dodgers. Cesar Benitez, always repping hard in the comments. What up, Cesar? Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. If you have not already, let me know where you guys are watching the show from. Looks like we already went south of the border with Mexico. We'll see who's the furthest. Carlos Borges, best podcast. Represent the Blue Heaven podcast on Thursdays. Definitely the best. Joseph Megazzeni, another diehard fan of the show. What up, Joseph Megazzeni? He's watching from DTLA, a stone's throw from the beautiful Dodgers Stadium out there. We got Daniel Guns. We got JCC Carter from San Pablo, the Philippines. Mahagita from the Philippines. You take the K. What time is it in the Philippines? I love it. We got Mr. Gonzalez Chewy, a closer that can throw 95 plus. Hey, who knows? I mean, that could have opened the door for something with Gonsolin because he looked really good and you're pitching at Coors Field, but. We got Enrique from Vegas. What up, Enrique? You're in Vegas. Who you betting on for the Dodgers getting? How about all you guys out there? What's your gut tell you right now? Is it going to be a Shane Green? Is it going to be a Edwin Diaz? Is it going to be a Felipe Vasquez? I really don't know. It's tough to call it, but we got to give Andrew Friedman the benefit of the doubt. This is a guy who refused to trade guys like Corey Seager, like Cody Bellinger, like Alex Verdugo. This is a guy who has made the blockbuster trades. He got his Yu Darvish. And I know there's someone in the comments whose name is You Garbage. But look, at the time he was a big move, and then Manny Machado last year. So you know that he is not going to trade away prospects that he thinks are ultra elite. So here we go. We got AC97, New West Canada. What up? What up from America's Hat, Canada up there? I love it. Rick Amaro, way to go Dodgers from Fresno, the 559. You got Bulldog Country up in Fresno. Jose Gonzalez from Boyle Heights. We got Card B from Pleasant Grove. Card B. We got Maria Go Dodgers. We got AJ Gonzalez, Chula Vista for a few days. AJ Gonzalez, he's one of the esteemed writers for Dodgers Nation. Go to DodgersNation.com. Read his piece where he compares the 2018 Dodgers with the 2019 Dodgers, and you see why this year's team has a chance to be not only better than that team, but be the first team in quite some time in 31 plus years to win a World Series. So I'm wearing this shirt tonight for good reason, because it says enough about 88, the time is now. It doesn't say that the time is in 5 years from now or whatever, a decade from now when these prospects are going to be at their best. It's the time is now. Go to Dodgers Nation, cop the freshest Dodger merch in the game. Mark Morel from El Paso, Texas, go Dodgers. Arturo H9553575. Glad Puig is not a Dodger. Look, Puig has gotten hot in the last couple months. I think it's going to be fun to see him in Cleveland. And for a guy that goes from a team, he goes from a seller to a buyer, see him in Cleveland. Probably going to be my favorite Indian since Pedro Serrano or something like that. So it's tough not to root for Puig. And I don't know about you guys. He's always going to have a soft spot in my heart for Yasiel Puig. Doug Stanton. What up, Doug? Doug from Denver. What up, Doug from Denver? Pray for our front office tomorrow. Pray for our front office tomorrow. Hey, I'm of the belief that Andrew Freeman and company, they understand what's at stake. They know that this team is special. They know that this has the chance to be an all-time great Dodger team, and they don't want to squander the opportunity to really make a legit run. We don't just want to compete. We don't just want to compete in the World Series. We want to win the World Series. And I think that our front office, look, they're slow playing this right now, okay? They're slow playing this right now, and you understand that when negotiations, when it gets closer and closer to the deadline, you know that price is going to fall, and you know that Gavin Lux, you know that he's not in the mix, okay? So all these fans on Twitter, these Pittsburgh Pirates fans that think they're going to gut this Dodger farm system, look, you guys can't develop players yourself, so it's best for you to get acquisitions from farm systems that know how to develop players, so we understand why you covet our prospects. But I'll tell you right now, you're not going to see Gavin Lux in a Pirates uniform unless it's Adobe Photoshop or Microsoft Paint or whatever it is, because he is not going to Pittsburgh. I don't care if you throw in Barry Bonds, Roberto Clemente, or a Honus Wagner T206 card, you're not getting Gavin Lux from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Because, look, the market is set for an elite reliever. We saw what it was for Aroldis Chapman. We saw what it was for Hand. And look, they're looking for an elite. They're looking for a catching prospect. So hey, Keibert Ruiz is a guy. It's more than enough. Hey, if you want to include, at this point, I'd probably go. It's tough to say who else would be included in the deal right now. But let's get back to you guys. But honestly, I think the market really has been set. I think that they're out of their minds if they think they're going to get the Dodgers, two of the Dodgers' top 5 prospects. That's not happening. You need to just the Dodgers won't make that move. You know that. This front office is too smart for that. But like he told Sherman, Joel Sherman, that Andrew Freeman has said that, look, he might overpay just a little bit. He might overpay just a little bit if you're getting someone like a Felipe Vasquez, a guy who's under contract, under a favorable contract, and team control for the next 3-4 years. He's 28 years old. He's elite. So I'm telling you, he's a guy that he's really at the top of my list. It feels like the Noah Syndergaard rumors are starting to fizzle, especially you see him starting tonight. But we'll get into more of this in just a second. I want to give you guys all your shout-outs, see where you guys are rocking with the Dodgers Nation post-game show tonight. The Dodgers get the win, 9-4. Give Casey Sadler some love, 1-0 with the 1.08 ERA. And then Kyle Freeland gets the loss tonight. Kyle Freeland was getting smoked all night tonight, and you got to feel for that guy. I mean, they were hitting bombs on him. And Freeland, he was their best starter last year. Last year, he had an ERA under 2, and he had the under 3, and it was the lowest ERA of any pitcher in Colorado Rockies history. So last year, it was the lowest ERA of any Colorado Rocky ever, and that was at 2.85, and only the second Colorado Rocky in their team history, dating all the way back to 1993, to have a sub-3 ERA. Only two. Jimenez did it, and then Freeland. By the way, if you're keeping score, the Dodgers have had 178 pitchers in their long, rich history that have had a sub-2 ERA. Lowest Dodger ERA in history was Rube Marquard at 1.58. Greinke had that stellar 2.3 a couple years back. But we're going to get into this game, trade talk. But let's get you guys in these comments. We got Steven Valdpena. Gonsolin did the damn thing along with Sadler. They totally did. And you got to give them a lot of credit. Sadler is really looking like a guy who has been a really nice pickup. I mean, he takes the bump. He takes the ball after Julio Urias went out. And he's starting to look like an excellent pickup and someone that you could see in that Dodgers October, kind of at the back of that rotation. See him behind guys like Baez. So with Chargois, Ferguson, Garcia, they're going to be all battling out for that last spot, depending on who they get. So, but, hey, Sadler, he's a guy, he could be the eighth reliever if he's pitching like this. But Gonsolin really was the story. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits tonight, and had a perfect showing until they got to him a little late there. Started to show a little fatigue, but, hey, it's all good. He really had a nice showing tonight for Gonsolin. But here we go, Carl Ian, Orlando, Florida, 11:57 p.m. Go Dodgers. Look, Carl, it's Carl. Yeah, Carl, you probably have a tough time sleeping because it probably feels like Christmas Eve with the Dodgers trade deadline. With the trade deadline just tomorrow, and we're going to see who they're going to bite the bullet, who they're going to pull the trigger, and who they're going to ante up for. And it's really exciting times to be a Dodger fan because tomorrow, at this time tomorrow, we're going to be looking, hopefully, unless like the guy said in the comments earlier, that they're going to be attacking the front office and Andrew Friedman. You're going to probably see him dropping those Fraudman lines if the Dodgers aren't able to get someone that can really take this team over the top, a superstar-ish level player that can get these Dodgers closer and closer to that first World Series win in almost 31 years. So here we go. We got Chancellor Silmar here. What up? We got Stacks with the tongue. All right. Yeah, nice. Just licking these trade rumors I see. Verdell Newsome, even though they gave up an unnecessary run in the ninth, I have to give it up. These new faces that came out of the pen, they look more confident than the usual cast of characters. They did. They really did. Poised and confident. Sadler and Gonsolin, they really looked the part tonight, and it was a strong showing because, look, Julio Urias takes the mound, and Urias is the guy that I was excited for. Julio Urias is the guy who we all know that he's a future top-of-the-rotation caliber pitcher, and you wanted to see how he looked. And Julio Urias, in 23 games, a 4-2 record, a 2.34 ERA, but it was his first start since June 20th, and he had 3 scoreless against San Francisco back then. But look, I mean, this guy has great stuff, but he wasn't locating that breaking ball early in his outing. But a 164 opponent batting average against right-handers, that ranks 3rd in the National League, and he's held left-handed hitters to a 197 average. So I'm still a big believer in Julio Urias. Maybe tonight was another step in stretching him out to maybe be a starter come playoff time, or assume that elite role, that elite bullpen role, a Josh Hader type role where they're using him for multiple innings. He has not pitched in back-to-back games this year, so really it's always going to be a question for Dodgers Nation what they really intend for Julio Urias. But tonight, I mean, on the road, 2-1. On the road, he's been really great. A 2-1 record with a 1.24 ERA in 11 games, 2 starts, striking out 32 batters, allowing 13 walks, and holding opponents to a 120 average. So Julio Urias, when they started to get to him, and you had that pitch count, you saw they were going to run about 60 pitches, but look, his ERA against Colorado, he doesn't match up with them. He hasn't had his best success and his best showings against the Colorado Rockies. Yes, it's a cesspool of a stadium in Coors Field, but against Colorado, he's posting a over 4 ERA, so it's all good. Julio Urias, that changeup, that he's got a top 10 fastball as far as batting average against. That changeup is in the top 20, and I love to continue to see his development, pitching all 4 quadrants, all those different pitch mixes he puts out there. Well, here we go. We got Cesar Benitez. I have a good feeling we're getting Vasquez. I'm kind of with you, man. I feel like that's the move right there. You saw some of these dominoes fall. You saw what do you guys think about the Bauer trade? What are you doing? The Cincinnati Reds giving up top prospects in Yasiel Puig for Trevor Bauer. I think I saw on Twitter someone said it'll be easy for him to throw the ball over the wall. But we got Joseph Megazzeni. What do you think about Verdugo? So Alex Verdugo, Alex Verdugo on that one error he had, he really tried to play it to the side. Probably should have stayed in front of it. And really, he's one of who knows what's going on with Alex Verdugo. I have no issue. He started you could tell he's thinking a little bit about it, and it's really going through his mind, his recent slippage of productivity. Because, look, he starts the game, he's not wearing batting gloves. Then he comes up, he's wearing batting gloves. He got thrown out. He had that ERA. He had that error. But I'm not too worried about Alex Verdugo. Who knows? Maybe Alex Verdugo says, look, A.J. Pollock is not the best center fielder. A.J. Pollock, since really showing out, since he returned from the injured list, A.J. Pollock, of course, he had that nice run. He had a home run tonight, but A.J. Pollock, he's been hitting, it was 2 of 25. It's 2 of 25 since his last start, so you never know. Maybe he says, hey, I want that center field position back. But, hey, he's a rookie. And a lot of these rookies, there's, of course, that rookie wall. But I'm telling you, he's a guy who's going to make adjustments. He's a guy that's the best contact hitter really on the Dodgers as far as putting the bat on the ball when he's right. You're looking at a guy who's going to hit over 300 multiple times in his career. But as of late, Alex Verdugo, post-All-Star break, Alex Verdugo, you're looking at a 204 average. He's slashing 204, 271, and 370, OPSing 642. And Alex Verdugo is a guy, he's going to get right. He does have 3 home runs in that stretch. But, Alex Verdugo, the kid will get hot once again. I'm not worried too much about Alex Verdugo. I think that he's going to be a critical part of the Dodgers' run, especially come playoff times. Because you see, when the Dodgers have issues against elite pitching and elite rotations in the American League, it's because they're not getting the bat on the ball. They're not putting the ball in play, and I trust Alex Verdugo to do that once he gets back to gelling at full strength. But here we go. We got Schmo, Puig equal drama queen, Jake Buenos, Banulos, Santa Ana in the house. Let's go blue. What up, Santa Ana? Michael Rosales Sr., the 805. Lillian Torres, hell yeah, 70 wins. Let's go Dodgers. Kevin Duton, SC, is that Southern California? Is that South Carolina? But either way, what's up, Kevin? We got Robert Banal from Whittier. What up, Robert? Robert's always checking in. John Eastles, 661. What up, John Eastles? Mauro Rivero, love the stash, Tony. Yeah, you got to love that stash. He's got the stash. He's got the hair. He's working. He loves cats. They were naming all of his cats right there. I think he has one named Squish or something. Do you guys remember any of the names of his cats? He celebrates Catterday. This is an interesting, eccentric dude. But, hey, this cat was pitching, and this cat was dealing tonight, so give him lots of love in the comments. But here we go. Guillermo Martinez, saludos. Jax Mancury, Urias look good, 2 1/3. We got Ted Filler. The thing with Urias, too, is really the pitch count, too. They're really getting the pitch count up on him early on. I think he had 30 pitches in the first or second inning, but Julio Urias, when he's on, he's so on, and I really think the kid's got a bright future. And I think that he's going to have a big-time role. I mean, this is such an exciting thing for this Dodger team who's in its third year of making a World Series run, but we're going to really rely on a lot of rookies. You're going to rely on Will Smith. You're going to rely on Alex Verdugo. We're going to rely on Julio Urias to really get this team over the hump and get these Dodgers their first Commissioner's Trophy since 1988. We got to get that first Commissioner's Trophy since 1988. The Koufaxes, the Lasordas, the Dodger fans that have repping the boys in blue for all these years, they deserve a championship. But here we go. Steve Meyerson, look, it's Will Smith's twin brother. If you're talking about me, hey, if I was a Major League catcher, that'd be great, but I'll take the post-game show as a close second. Guillermo Martinez, arriba los Dodgers. Samuel Sanante, I love the Dodgers. I love it. You just put it succinctly, concise like that. Get your Hemingway on. I love the Dodgers. Simple as that. That's great. That could be a T-shirt. Jake Bueneno, Santa Ana. Manuel Barcelo, awesome game out, Dodgers. Orion Montes, go Dodgers from El Paso. What up, Ryan? Big fan, big friend of the Dodgers Nation postgame show. Mexico City represent. I wonder why. Because we got Julio Urias. The Pride of Mexico was repping hard. Julio Urias, the next superstar starting pitcher for the Dodgers, in my opinion. Chancellor Pop Gonsolin could potentially be a bullpen piece. He definitely could be a bullpen piece. Tonight he showed that he can handle extended relief. And Gonsolin, he's a guy who can get you upper 90s. He's a guy that he's got a splitter that grades at 70 out of 80 according to MLB Pipeline. So he's got a great secondary pitch. He's not a guy that's a one-trick pony. And today, I mean, I think really he would have finished off 4 perfect innings. But Coors Field, the cesspool it is, Coors Field, the clown show Coors Field, is always going to show up. You know that train is never late. And I think that he started to get fatigued. The air conditioning, the altitude was probably starting to affect him at some point. Dan Turner, Dan from Ohio, nice. We got Trady 19 from Fresno, Beast Mode Mead from Bakersfield. We got Jax Manturi from St. Louis, Carl Ian from Orlando, Florida, checking in. What up? We got Ken Raider Ross from Fresno, California. Fresno, California loves the Dodgers Nation postgame show. I see you guys well represent here in these comments. Jax Mancury, question marks. Veronca Rodriguez, Paris Valley, baby. Paris Valley. I went skydiving in Paris Valley, and this bullpen makes me feel like I want to jump out of a plane sometime. So let's get some help. And I want to see you guys in the comments. Who do you think the Dodgers will get tomorrow? Give me your names. Look, this Dodgers Nation postgame show, you wanted Will Smith, you got him. There's a reason why we have the most informed, the best fans in the nation, because really, whatever the consensus is, it usually goes down. So who do you guys think the Dodgers? Is it going to be an Edwin Diaz? Is it going to be a Giles? Is it going to be a Shane Green? Are they going to maybe pull the strings for a position player like Castellanos, someone like that, or Scooter Gennett? Who really knows at this point? We know that we're going to see some fireworks in the next day or so. Jay Carter, Magat, Dodger. Okay, you're from the Philippines. Austin Panacho, 27. Big Island, 808. Mike Munoz, 70 wins. Go Dodgers. Hope we get some bullpen help tomorrow. San Bernardino, California. Johnny Spitzer, need pitching. We got Ryan Dew, Dodgers should have a trade. It's pathetic. I don't think so. I think with the market like it is, and you got a lot of these guys standing pat, some of these guys are just putting their heels in the sand, and they're saying, we're not going to budge. But every second, every hour that passes, and the closer we get to this trade deadline, you know that the value is going to change. Look, they said they want Felipe Vasquez. They're not going to get Felipe Vasquez. But if I'm the Pirates, I think you got to really, really consider. You can't look a gift. You got to really look at what the Dodgers are giving up, because if the Dodgers are really going to part ways with a Keibert Ruiz, I think they really need to let him go, because, look, the farm system, the Pirates have the number 18th farm system in baseball. They got absolutely fleeced. They got fleeced in the Chris Archer trade. And that return, if they could get a nice haul, a nice return from Vasquez, you could say, hey, we're putting the pieces together to start for the future, because they are not a team that's contending. They got smoked again. I mean, Felipe Vasquez can't even get save opportunities on that team. And why would you need an elite closer on a 90-loss team? I think you send him over to the Dodgers. I think Keibert Ruiz and a couple other prospects is more than fair. But look, you're not going to get someone like a Gavin Lux, who is just rising at a rapid pace, a meteoric rise through the Dodgers farm system. And Gavin Lux is absolutely balling, and we love him. But here we go. But yeah, other thing too, yeah, Felipe Vasquez. I mean, look what the Pirates look. This is the same organization that traded Kenny Lofton and Aramis Ramirez for Matt Burbeck and Jose Hernandez and Bobby Hill. I mean, this is a team that really ultimately makes bad moves. So if the Dodgers are willing to work with them, I think. I mean, look at the trade for Archer. They gave up Austin Meadows, Tyler Glasnow, Shane Bass. I mean, they're a team that really needs to stockpile and start to restock that farm system. And I think it'd be perfect, because Kenley Jansen needs a partner in crime. Kenley Jansen needs a partner in crime, and we've seen what he's capable of this year. He already has 4 blown saves, And it's the home runs. But look, Kenley Jansen's a guy that could use a Felipe Vasquez because, look, the last thing that Kenley Jansen wants, he doesn't want to appear in games. He doesn't want to give home runs up to Marwin Gonzalez and cost the Dodgers Game 2 of the 2017 World Series. He doesn't want to be placed in situations where he's forced to pitch on back-to-back nights because you see the numbers there. The splits in those situations, the average goes way up. The velocity has dipped on his cutter. He hasn't really developed a slider enough to the point where you have confidence in it in a big game. But don't get me wrong, Kenley Jansen is a legend. So I think he's at the point where he could totally use, it's almost like he's the David Robinson and Felipe Vasquez could be a Tim Duncan or a Kobe and a Shaq situation or something like that. But Kenley Jansen, we love you, my man. He's a guy that really, I mean, he's on his way to being one of the most legendary Dodger closers of all time. He is going to be the Dodgers' most legendary closer of all time. He had 25 saves on the year, tied for fourth, 293 career saves. He's number 30th all time in all-time saves, and he's only 7 saves away from catching Jason Isringhouse and Bruce Sutter for 28th, while becoming the 30th pitcher in MLB history to record 300 saves. But he's not 2017 Kenley Jansen. The numbers back that up. But here we go. Let's get back to you guys. We got Matt Money, moment of silence for Puig. Yeah, I love that. You make a trade for a guy, and he comes probably with a suspension. That's classic Puig. If that's not emblematic of Puig's career, you trade for him. Maybe they're like, hey, can we cancel this trade? Is that ink dry on that yet? But, hey, he's a guy that when he's right, he can really do some stuff for you. And Yasiel Puig, we're always going to love the Iron Horse. Hey, man, without that home run against Milwaukee last year, the Dodgers, who knows? Maybe they're trying to get back to the World Series for the second time only in this regime because Puig was a major part in that. Flip a coin, I have no clue. Beast Moy Mead, Green, and a no-name lefty. Hey, you never know. The Dodgers right now, they could be looking at a no-name lefty. They love his spin rate, and he's on waivers and this and that. But I think the fact that the Dodgers and Andrew Freeman, remember, 2017, they spent their resources and it zeroed in on a Yu Darvish. And the last year, it was about zeroing in and putting all their resources in getting a Manny Machado. This year, with the offense doing what it's doing, look, the Dodgers' offense is prolific. Tonight, they hit another 4 home runs, and the Dodgers, really, when it comes to home runs, they are tied with they passed the New York Yankees now. Now they're at 181 for the year. The Dodgers, 181 deep bombs, 181 jacks on the year, and that's in 84 games, and they're now 60-24 when hitting at least one home run while posting a 10-15 mark without. So they're a team that hits jacks. They're a team that has a run differential of 176. So now they have a 176 run differential. That leads all of Major League Baseball, and they also lead all of Major League Baseball in runs allowed with 419. So all the metrics and analytics tell you that this is an elite club that really has issues with bullpen, and bullpen is what the focus is for Andrew Freeman. But here we go. Ruben Pantoja, San Diego Mission Valley in the house. We got Tina G-Man. I don't think the either player. Anthony Boyle Vasquez, Shane Green, and a cheap reliever, either or, I would say. Rudy Relivas Jr. Hello, what up, everyone? Buckeye, Arizona. Ted Filler, need to get Syndergaard. Hey, look, Noah Syndergaard is a guy that, look, 2 seasons of sub-3 ERA. He's got lights-out stuff. You saw him pitch tonight. I would definitely take a flyer on Noah Syndergaard if the price was right. But, hey, you saw Urias pitch tonight. If they can get a Felipe Vasquez and maybe you put Julio Urias in the starting role, or Rich Hill comes back and he's looking great, because you know you got 3 guys that are locked in. You know Ryu, you know Kershaw, you know Walker Buehler are locked in. As far as that 4 starter goes, you know the Dodgers are going to explore who's going to put them in the best chance to win those games. But we got Doug Crosby. There you go, Dodgers from East Lansing, Michigan. Samuel Sende. I love the Dodgers from Texas. We got Jaime. Kenta belongs in the bullpen. Kenta Maeda is going to go to the bullpen. You know that's coming. He's embraced that role last year, and he's a guy that can get you 3 strong innings, 4 strong innings, and I think that's where he's best suited. Unfortunately, it's definitely well known that he wants to get paid as a starter, but unfortunately, I think that's going to be his best bet. You're going to see Kenta Maeda there in the bullpen. MH Dog hand, but what a nightmare. We got Austin. Dodgers get Vasquez. It's over for the league. I'm with you, man. If the Dodgers are able to get Felipe Vasquez, just think of the shockwaves that sends through the baseball world. Now the Dodgers, they don't have many flaws, and you put the best reliever really in the game at 28 under contract, under team control for a couple of years. And I think that really you send shockwaves, you send fear, and I think you really start to believe that this finally is the year the Dodgers get it done. But here we go. We got Bellinger struggling. Look, Cody Bellinger tonight. Tonight, Cody Bellinger showed out. Tonight, Cody Bellinger was hitting the ball hard. Heading into tonight, his last 9 games, he was 5 for his last 29, hitting 172. But tonight, you got a double, got a base hit, and now I think that's 4 hits already in this road trip. So, Cody Bellinger, he's a guy that studies the tape. When he's not playing Fortnite, he's making adjustments on his swing. And Cody Bellinger, he's a guy, if you look at his numbers, it's post All-Star break for Cody Bellinger. He's still hitting 298. So he's still hitting 298, OPSing 984 with 4 home runs. So he's a guy who's still getting it done, and look for him to really pick it up. And tonight was a good sign for Cody Bellinger. So heading into tonight, he was 172 in his last 9 games, but you saw what you wanted to see out of Cody Bellinger tonight. Austin, we got Dodgers get Vasquez. It's over for the league. Jeffrey, great job, Dodgers from Santa Rosa, California. We got Way to Go Blue. We got Mike Munoz, maybe Syndergaard in a Dodger uniform. We got Lily Valdez, San Pedro. Wouldn't that be funny if we got Syndergaard, though? I mean, after the whole thing where he thought they were picking up signs and all that stuff. But, hey, Noah Syndergaard, that Andrew Freeman, he's going to try to get the most out of his resources, and the Dodgers have that trade capital. And if he sees a Noah Syndergaard available for an asking price that's similar to a Felipe Vasquez, knowing they signed Joe Kelly, knowing they have Kenley Jansen, you wonder if they do that, and then maybe they send a guy like Rich Hill into the bullpen, because Rich Hill, he's a lefty. That's what the Dodgers need. He does have a history of being in the bullpen at some point. So, hey, it's not outside the realm of possibility. We got Albert Ochoa, South Central LA 213. We got Dolores Sanchez, don't share your soft spot. We got Bruce Smith, Folsom in the house, let's go blue. Adam Hanks, oh my, Jansen and his red shoes on. All right. The Dodgers Nation postgame show is not brought to you by this beverage company, by the way. But anyways, go to DodgersNation.com. Get geared up for the stretch run. They just opened up a brand new store. Leggings, merch, mugs, everything you need Dodgers related, you'll find over there. You can use our promo code DN20, I believe, and get 20% off during the show, a live stream special. So go get some gear for sure. We got Mario Sepulveda, go Dodgers from Ridgecrest. We got Kershaw to the pen like Smoltz. I don't think you're going to see that. I don't think you're going to see Clayton Kershaw going into the pen. That's not going to happen. Clayton Kershaw, his last outing, 94 pitches, 9 strikeouts, and he's really just, that release point is looking nice. He's really finding the feel for that breaking ball. And if you look at Clayton Kershaw, he's given up just 4 earned runs and 25 innings pitched in July with a 1.4 ERA. So he's rounding into form. He's evolving. It's really a pretty thing to see Clayton Kershaw. So I think that he's going to be fine. I like him starting, especially in home games. And don't forget, the Dodgers, they're 113-0 when he gets at least 4 runs of support. Sofa Adobe Photoshop. Oh, man, we got to get back in these comments here. Adam Hanks, 70. Arturo, good game. Noah was smoking tonight. He was. Jesse Lopez, Gonsolin, our next closer. Arturo, we got Beast Mode. Bakersfield bleeds Dodger Blue. All day, every day. I think all of California should bleed Dodger Blue. If you're not, get with the winners. Juan Yanez, Gonsolin is our next closer. A lot of Gonsolin love out there. Austin Peach, Doug McCain for closer. You know I could close, baby. I got a mean 62-mile-per-hour gasser, baby. You know what I'm talking about. I got a knuckleball. You guys got to see my knuckleball. I'm telling you, I practiced it for years. It's nice. It's like Wakefield-esque. I'm telling you. Chris Garcia, let's go Dodgers. Get some more pitching by the trade deadline. Sophia Tepp, he's expendable. We got Luis. That's what fresh, rested arms usually do for you. Exactly. That's a great point right there. That's a great point that you get fresh arms and you get rest and you see it pay dividends. And tonight was another example. Gonsolin equals Marilyn Manson. That's an interesting comparison. Marilyn Manson. I kind of have to see him with the makeup on to really make that call right there. But Adam Hanks, Luis, we got EE Magic. It's a good thing baseball has a salary cap so the Dodgers don't turn into an all-star team. Interesting take there because, look, for being a team that's consistently in the top 2, 3, always in the top 5 as far as spending goes, they're also a team that knows to develop in their own talent. I mean, look, you got Cody Bellinger making $500K out there, and he's going to be in the MVP conversation until the very end. Corey Seager, Alex Verdugo, you got all this homegrown talent. So, look, yes, the Dodgers, they have the resources, and one of the reasons they have those resources is because you guys are great fans, and Dodgers Nation is consistently filling up that Dodger Stadium, and you guys are showing out the Chavez Ravine, 56,000 strong, so check it out. Magic, great voice, though. I don't know what that means. MH Dog, Urias to the pen. He's made for it, no shame. My favorite thing about the comments, guys, probably shouldn't tell you guys this, but I don't read them. I just roll, and I'm just rolling here, so I don't read them. But that doesn't give you license to say some crazy stuff. I mean, I can pick out certain things. But Chet Kroll, the bottom feeders are scooping up high-end pitchers in exchange for their future players. I guarantee they move them to restock. Schmo, Urias trade bait? Absolutely not, Schmo. I think that Julio Urias is a pillar of the Dodgers foundation of the rotation going forward. I think at some point you go Walker Buehler, Julio Urias at the top of that rotation, and then maybe a Dustin May to those top 3. So depending on who they're going to get, and here we go. What was in Gonsolin's glove? Not sure. Maybe some catnip. Who knows? We got MHB Dog. Soon as I heard the Philly announcer say Verdugo was hardest to strike out in the NL, he's been striking out. Hey, I'm with you. I'm not a fan of the broadcaster jinx. It happens all the time. El Carriza, Gonsolin is just the stash our bullpen needed. I love it. You guys are showing some love to his stash. It's a great stash. I couldn't grow one. It would take me like 2 decades. So anytime I see one like that, you got to salute him. Beast mode. I can see Diaz coming before I see Vasquez coming. Look, the thing about Edwin Diaz, and you know that this Mets front office, they're in disarray. They think they're contenders, but I think that I can feel you on that. And if you do get him, you got to believe he's another guy who's under arbitration control for the next couple of years. And he's a guy that, you turn him into last year's Edwin Diaz, you never know. And you know this Dodger pitching staff, Honeycutt and company, know that they have what it takes to really take him under their wing and get the most out of him. But look, Edwin Diaz, just last season, he saved 57 games while only blowing 4 saves. So last year, you're talking Edwin Diaz. The thing is, righty-lefty versus Vasquez, that's the only thing there. But look, you're talking 57-4. This year, he's 22-26, 22 saves out of 26 save opportunities. And he also has that 1-6 record to go with that inflated 4.81 ERA and a 1.45 whip. But the thing I like about Diaz is if you get him, maybe you could get him with the discount. You could get him on the low without having to give up prospect. Because look, maybe the Pirates just say, hey, we're a terrible organization. Huntington and company say, hey, we don't want to part ways with them. We'll trade him. Maybe the bullpen, Edwin Diaz is a perfect example how bullpen guys are volatile. Maybe next year Vasquez, something goes wrong with him, he gets injured, or he just loses his stuff and doesn't look as dominant. And if I'm the Pirates, I think you got to trade him while his trade value is as high as it is right now. So, and also, the thing about Edwin Diaz, he's only 25 years old. And he could be the next great closer after Kenley Jansen hangs it up. I gave you the numbers on Jansen earlier, and he's on his way to be an all-time great. But when he hangs it up, Ed Diaz could be that guy. So I'm telling you, New York, they're close to Wall Street. Buy low, sell high. We could buy him low. So I think that, hey, if they don't get Vasquez, I would probably rather have him than, by the way, all these guys on Twitter are talking about Amir Garrett and how his trade value dropped tonight. I love that. He was ready to throw hands. He wanted that smoke. And you saw Amir Garrett. He's another guy that, the Reds are clearly selling. And he's a guy that I would definitely consider. The Reds, if they're willing to give up Garrett for a very reasonable price and the Dodgers could use those chips for something else, I think that I would pull the plug on. I would take that move. I would definitely pull the trigger on Amir Garrett. If you look at him, since going to the bullpen, Amir Garrett has a 1.85 ERA, and he's held the opposition to an average of 194. And left-handed hitters, they're hitting just 203 against Garrett. So that's the whole idea right there. Tom Lewis, though, package Ruiz for bullpen. I think we are all in agreement right? We're all in agreement. That Keibert Ruiz, by the way, Keibert Ruiz is a disciplined player. Get ready, because if they trade Keibert Ruiz, he's a guy that, yes, he could, you have to accept the fact, could definitely be an all-star. His plate discipline, he doesn't strike out much. He's having a little bit of an off year this year, but he's definitely he is worth the top billing that he gets. And if you got to give some to get some, and it's only really because Will Smith has done what he's done so far. Will Smith hitting almost 350 since rejoining the Los Angeles Dodgers. And you know that the Dodgers feel highly about him defensively. Andrew Friedman said himself, he says that Will Smith, he could see him winning multiple Gold Gloves. So you combine that with a potential offensive pop that he showed, and you really have no choice but to roll with Will Smith moving forward. But I'm with you on that. But here we go. Sophie Tepp, the young core, will be their third stint as contenders. Hopefully they step up. That's a great point, Sofap Tepp. This young core, for being so young, Corey Seager, he gets called up, and then just like that, he's in the World Series. Cody Bellinger, same situation. He's already winning NLCS MVPs. You got to believe that experience is going to pay off because the lights aren't going to feel as bright. They're going to be focused and zero in, and just right from the first pitch of Game 1, because they know they want to win this World Series because they've already experienced 2 already. Daniel Corona, Julio Urias, the next Fernando Valenzuela. Look, the comparison is there. You know it, Fernando Mania, but he's got a long way to go to hit him. Fernando Valenzuela, he jumped on the scene in 1981, throwing screwballs, looking up at the sky. I mean, he was an absolute phenomenon. They had a petition to change it to the San Fernando Valenzuela Valley at some point because that's how big it was. And I think that is a lofty comparison. I see where you're going with. Hey, trust me, if he can pitch no-hitters and take the Dodgers where Julio Urias took that 1981 team, I would be all about it. But Christian Lazy Ramirez, Gonsolin did a great job. He absolutely did. Oh, John Isles. Pronunciation is Isles as in islands. So John Isles. Tell me if I got it right, man, because you're always repping hard in the comments. Don't want to butcher your name, so just John Isles. Schmo, gotta win a ring before Tommy checks out. Absolutely. We got Tom Lewis. Maeda needs to be in the pen. The guy is legit. Look, I mean, Maeda, he hasn't won a game since like May 31st. He's a guy that doesn't get great run support. I think he's had like 8 runs in his last 4 or 5 starts. So, hey, he's a guy that has shown in the past he can be dynamite, a righty specialist coming out of the pen. I think you're going to see that. You guys are usually on point with your takes, and I think that's one we're going to see in short order here. We got Mario Cerna. I see a lot of money signs here. The Dodgers are the hottest team in baseball. They're as hot as the hot 760 freaking hot desert, but we love them like we all love our Dodgers. I'm with you, Mario. I love it. I love those money signs. Cash money, baby. Scott Stacy, go Dodgers from Honeyville, Utah. Brian Hurd, Elko, Nevada. Dennis Costa, 38 is the magic number. That's how you know that the Dodgers are doing big things. That's how you know, excuse me, guys. That's how you know that this team is on pace to have a historic year when we're talking magic number in late July. So, I mean, that's just a beautiful thing. I mean, the Dodgers, this team at 70 wins, The 2017 Dodgers, they won 104 games and set that franchise record. They were 75-31 at this point. The 62 Dodgers that won 102 games were 71-35 after 106 games. And the 74 Dodgers, who won 102 games, who some people think is one of the best Dodger teams ever, they were 69-37 after 106. So the 2019 Dodgers, they're trying to stay on pace with some of these elite clubs, and they've struggled a little bit. They had a losing week last week to their worst loss. But, hey, don't kid yourself. The Dodgers, they read the headlines. They understand that the trades are looming. They know that the trade deadline is going to be taking place in the next day. And they know that, hey, they might lose a friend in the clubhouse. Joc Pederson could be gone. Ross Stripling, who knows? And you know that as far as stability goes, after this trade deadline, they can lock in and go to the stretch run and get ready for this postseason. That's really just closing in, guys. We are closing in. We only have, I think, 1/3 of the season left. So here we go. But Kevin Durant, what up, KD? We won the Puig trade. We definitely won the Puig trade. I mean, if you look at Josiah Gray, he's only 21 years old. He goes from Great Lakes, Tulsa, and he's already going up. And if you look at him, 19 starts, a 2.1 ERA in 103 innings. He's a guy who's got lightning. He's got a dynamic arsenal of pitches, a 90 to 95 mile per hour slider. I mean, this guy's only 21, and I'm with you. They definitely won that trade. Mike Munoz, LOL, last trade they did with us was 2007. Only two. Oh, you're talking about Will Smith? Look, this whole Giants run, great. Hey, the Giants saying they want to see us come up and step up and get that butt whooping. If you want to get done up in the wild card, it would be great. Wouldn't it be great for the Dodgers to face off with the Giants in the postseason for the first time and then go on to win the World Series? I would welcome that. Come bring that. I am not afraid of the Giants. Look, yes, they've been winning games. They're at a crazy clip of late. Yes, they're already second behind us. They're still about 14 and a half games, I believe, behind the Dodgers as of right now. I'm not afraid of the Giants at all. If you look at the run differential, they're winning all those games by 1 run. Look, we're good. We got El Carreza, Puig, your Indian. We got El Carreza, I stand in with Jansen. Bring back Gagne. Raider Mike, what up, Raider Mike? Haven't seen you in a minute. You're getting ready for your spring, for your fall camp for your Raiders. But, hey, Eric Gagne, second greatest Canadian relief pitcher in Dodger history behind Russell Martin. What do you guys think about that? No, but we love Eric Gagne. We got El Carreza 1. What up, Doug? What up, El Carreza? Jax Mankery, let's go Dodgers. Kelly, yay, Doug. Kelly McCain, shout out to my sister, Kelly McCain. She was a really good softball player, man. Played a nice third baseman, had a couple jacks. El Carreza trade. Joc Pederson. Joc Pederson is a guy that yeah, I mean, hey, we've been talking about trade Joc Pederson. If you go to DodgersNation.com, Daniel Preciado wrote about him. But look, the thing about Joc Pederson, 6 errors in 18 starts, okay? 6 errors in 18 starts since he assumed the first baseman role. Just to give you an idea how bad that is, okay? Joc Pederson, if you combine everyone on the Dodgers, Matt Beatty, David Freese, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, Cody Bellinger, they have a combined 6 errors in 218 games, okay? And Joc Pederson already has 6 errors, and really he just doesn't have the instincts. He doesn't look natural, and it was a bad experiment. I mean, it was like Ben Affleck as Batman. Some experiments just don't work out, and I don't know if the Dodgers were trying to build his trade value, if they were trying to keep as many bats, but look, I mean, if you look at Joc Pederson, he's since June 2nd, he has a 625 OPS. In the last 8 weeks, Joc Pederson is OPSing 625. And even before he went to first, I've heard Dodger fans out there saying, oh, because Joc Pederson went to first, it threw off his offense. He was struggling before that. Before that, for a stretch, he was batting 89, and he wasn't hitting home runs. So really, I think that Joc Pederson, he's a guy that he needs to really get it together, and really I think he fits more in a platooning role if you're going to use him, but definitely not at first base. And they need to end that. Some experiments just ultimately do not work out. Mammy Carr, love my Dodgers from Boston. Nice. repping the boys in blue out there in enemy territory. I consider them an enemy. We got Jeremy Ross, go blue from June Lake. Kelly, let me get a sip. You know where I'm at. Come roll through. You can get this rest of this flat Coke Zero, right? I got your name on it. But Jeremy Ross, go blue from June Lake, Michigan, match number 38. Godslayer 18, Vasquez would be a good option, but trading Lux is a no-no. Diaz would be a riskier but more rewarding option. El Carreza, put real FRG in the Celebs 2020. I'm still loving that. I'm telling you, you're going to have like Will Smith, Tom Cruise. You're going to have Scarlett Johansson, Drake. You're going to have Katy Perry, Rihanna, all the big celebrities. Real FRG right in that mix. I'm all about that. That's a movement. We got to get them in that celebrity game. We got XHX. The Dodgers are going through a big crisis right now, and they're in a bad spot because our bullpen sucks, and they're really risking the Dodger future with their top prospects. Look, hey, our bullpen is what it is. Our bullpen, really, when it comes to the clutch stats, they're at the bottom, 19 blown saves combined. And, yeah, of course, that is the issue with them. But, look, that's what tomorrow's all about. That's what right now is all about. And we're going to see who the Dodgers get. I've heard even Calamay mention. I've heard Shane Green mention. And you know the thing about Shane Green, he hasn't pitched in a minute. But hey, Shane Green, how do you guys feel about him? Because he's dominated right-handed hitters. They're hitting 100 against them. Also against lefties, they're hitting 226. And I don't know. I think Shane Green is a guy that also shows up as a potential setup guy. We got the Fit Boss. Doug, you are the best. What up, Fit Boss? We got Christian Lazy Ramirez. Go Pantone 294. Joseph Megazzani. Good show. Represent. We got Ryan O'Ryan. What up, Joe Megazzani? Man Angel. Get down, brother. Go Dodgers. Kenneth Garibay. First team to 70 wins. Christian Bleed Blue. Mesa, Arizona. Joe Ramos. I like to see him pitching. I like the 22 pitch against the Yankees August 24th. That's going to be one of the big major tests. But breaking down this game a little bit, if you look at it, I mean, Freeland, 315 batting average against 330 batters against this year. A.J. Pollock, he gets that walk-off, that leadoff home run, third of his career. That made it 1-0 Dodgers. 18th home run allowed by Freeland. So this guy has had issues with the deep ball all year. Last year, he gave up 18 home runs the entire year. Well, here we go. Let's get back to you guys. I mean, we won the game, 9-4. But we can break it on down a little more. Some things I want to touch on about the game. Cody Bellinger got back in the mix. He got the single. That brought home Corey Seager. And great base running by Corey Seager there to tag up on that Justin Turner flyout. And the last two games, they had scored just 2 earned runs combined. And the first 2 innings, they got 5 hits. So they were bringing it. They got to Freeland. And look, the Dodgers, we're getting after it. But here we go. We got we got Master Chaos. Is it me or does Gosselin look like Frank Zappa? I like that. It's interesting. Does he look like Frank Zappa? Yeah, Frank Zappa, man. Everyone, I think he does. He kind of gives you that Laurel Canyon vibe. Daniel Bustamante, hi, Dodger Queen. Esther Marquez, Jeremy Ross. Diaz blew another save tonight. Look, hey, man, change the scenery. Dodger pitching staff, drop that trade value. Maybe use those pieces to get someone else. Maybe you add another elite reliever. Maybe you go the Ken Giles route. Ken Giles is a guy that he's given up. He's got that. He got a really bad 2017. He had the ERA over 11. His hard contact's gone up. But hey, you know that it's someone that they're also keeping their eyes on right now. Gonsolin is Zlatan's little bro. I love it. Everyone wants to compare him to someone. I like that. Zlatan's little bro, the lion right there. Droopy Doopy, hoping we get an ace to help the starting line. Bubba Go Blue from Big Island. We got Matthew Saman, Philip, Lubbock, Texas. We got John Isles. How about that, John Isles? What do you get? Let me know at the end, baby. Did I get it? Did I crush it? John Isles. There we go. I love it. Kelly, I can't lose any more friends. Christian Lazy Ramirez, Go Pantone 294. John Isles, as in the British Isles. Raider Mike, G-Nads bringing it. SD Dodger, big fan of May, but I like Gray more. SD Dodgers, if you guys know this guy, he's a legendary scout. And this guy has he's seen Josiah Gray in person, and he actually likes him better than May. So that's telling you something, because Dustin May, I mean, he's a hard-throwing righty like Gosselin, but he's only 21 and only 4 starts at AAA. And if you're saying that Josiah Gray is better than him, that's saying something, because this guy knows his baseball and he knows his prospects. So, hey, if that's the case and you're saying that, you definitely have to consider putting him on the almost untouchables list because of his age. And here we go. Charles, Giants lose tonight, 15 games back. Thanks, Charles. Big Blues, 42. Did the Yanks get a pitcher? I do not know. Only moves to know about right now tonight was the Bauer move. Joc hit well in the World Series. Joc hit well in the 27 World Series. He absolutely did. He did hit well in the 27 World Series, but last year he hit like 205 against Boston, and even in that world, and really he had one series where he hit 3 home runs against the Astros, but he's also a guy, he's not dynamic as a hitter, and you just can't throw him against lefties, so that's really the issue. I mean, Joc Pederson, if you're looking at Joc Pederson, this in this slump right here, Joc Pederson is hitting versus lefty, so Joc Pederson, he's hitting 180, he's hitting 188 versus right-handed pitching. So, and I get my stammer, but look, he's a guy. Look, he struggled mildly, and he's gonna have to get together. But here we go, Samuel Sandate. Don't trade Joc Pederson. Don't forget, he scored 3 home runs against the Astros in the World Series. We need him in the postseason. Yeah, but he's also a guy that struggled early on in that postseason. And he's also a guy that really struggled last year. So, hey, Joc Pederson, he's always said he wants to play against lefties. He's hitting 182. So he's hitting 182 and 246 against righties. So 246 against righties, 182 against. So, look, man, you got to think that, hey, where is his future going to be? But here we go. We got Jason, trade Joc, get Noah, Dolores Sanchez, throw in a jar of pine tar. I like it. Yeah, exactly. Austin, I'm iffy about Green because he has 0 playoff experience. That's the thing, too. With Shane Green, he has not experienced those postseason moments. But Giles, he has, to really mixed results, to really terrible results. Against the Astros, he had like a 27. Against the Dodgers, when he was pitching for the Astros, he had like a 27 ERA. So look, inexperience is definitely a factor, but he's also a guy that profiles more as a setup guy too. But here we go. But that's the thing with relievers, though. You want to get them when they're peaking, when they're pitching their best baseball. So if he's having a career year, you take advantage of that. Kenny Orlando, what can we expect from Rich Hill and when he comes back, and will we need any more starting pitching? I think without Hill, we are so deep in our rotation. I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. If Rich Hill, who knows what he's going to look like when he comes back, but he was pitching some of his best baseball at the age of 39. He's also a guy that in the postseason, he's gotten pulled, he's gotten yanked early in games, but that's a big question, and unfortunately, we're just not going to know the answer to that until we see him on the mound. And at that point, with his hard deadline, they're not going to have a chance to add more pitchers, more marquee pitchers, like in years past. Here, oh, yes, John, I got it, baby. We did it. It took a couple tries, but I love it. John Isles. What up, John Isles? Big friend of the show. We got Justin. We got Sanders, Keel. But, a couple final thoughts here, guys. Dodgers, they get the win. First to 70. First team in Major League Baseball to 70 wins for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Tony Gonsolin, first time back in the majors, almost threw 4 perfect innings. By the way, didn't talk about Matt Beattie. Matt Beattie still hitting the ball hard, 8 of 14 as a pinch hitter. But Tony Gonsolin was looking nice, had that 4-seamer, was just very effective, and this guy was averaging almost like 10 pitches an inning. Tomorrow, Hyun-Jin Ryu, the Korean monster, he takes the mound. He's got his 11-2 on the year, a 1.74 ERA with a .96 whip in 20 starts. Hey, save for that one rough outing at Coors, and Hyun-Jin Ryu, that's really what's affecting that ERA. But look, all I'm saying, I want an exciting day tomorrow. You remember that YouTube video where the kid gets the N64 and he's screaming, he's like going crazy? That's, I hope, how all you guys feel tomorrow when Andrew Freeman, whatever move he makes, hopefully It's the guys that you think that would take that superstar player. I hope Dodgers Nation, I hope you get the trades you want. So have a merry trade season. Get a couple more of your takes in here. Johnny Munoz, get Felipe Vasquez. Nice. We got Yo, we got Raider Mike. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Dodgers Nation postgame show. We're going to be back on Sunday. The team is going to look completely different. It may or may not, but a lot is going to unfold in the next 24 hours. But you can find me over on Twitter at DMAC_LA. Definitely check me out over on Twitter. But thanks again. Go Dodgers, and I'm out.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north. We were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gonna ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the